Let's do one final demonstration to wrap up this access control list course. We're going to look at how to apply an access control list to restrict SSH access without actually applying it to the interface of a device. So we're going to use our same setup here. We're going to take router A and router B, and we're only going to allow SSH from the device 172.19.30.8. And we're going to do that by applying an access control list not to one of the interfaces passing traffic, but rather we're going to apply a standard access control list to our line VTY configuration. And that way we will be able to limit SSH access. So our goal here is to limit SSH access to router A and router B from only 172.19.30.8. So right now, if I open up my command prompt and do an IP config, we'll see that my workstation is currently set to IP address 172.19.30.8. Let's open a PuTTY session, and I'm going to connect with the serial port this time, just so I don't accidentally cut my arm off while I'm configuring this access control list. So we'll go into config T. We're currently in router A, and we'll put my password in. And what I want to do now is go into config T, and we're going to write a standard access control list. We'll say IP access list standard, and I'm going to call it limit SSH. And here we're going to say permit 172.19.0.30.8 with a mask of 0.0.0.0.0, which means one single device, and then we can deny everything else. And then what I do is I say line VTY 0 through 4, and I say IP access class. I guess it's not IP, it's just access class without IP in front of it. And then we're going to put limit underscore SSH in the inbound direction. And now what will happen is I will be able to only SSH from 172.19.30.8. So let's give it a try. So I'm going to close out my PuTTY window here and open up a new one, and this time we'll SSH. My workstation does have that IP address that I'm allowing, so we'll say 172.19.30.1 to SSH to. We'll log in as me, and I can get onto this router. Let's exit out of here and change my IP address now to something other than 30.8. What I'll do this time is change it to 172.19.30.96. We'll hit OK. And now we'll try to SSH again. 172.19.30.1. And I'm unable to SSH to that device. I get a network error, connection refused. I am still able to SSH though. I did not put any SSH restrictions on router B, so I should be able to SSH to 10.0.0.10 without a problem. So you can see that I can actually do the SSH feature. It works. My access control list on router A is simply restricting the traffic via SSH, and I don't even have to apply that to an interface to secure that traffic.